Testing. Looks like everything works. Okay, let's share my screen and straight into it. But not on time, but we will do. Phew. Let's take a look. We have news today before we do anything. Holiday. We'll see what happens. We have bank holiday. It looks like news, and 2:30 we have CPI, media CPI, and time. So we have some red folders in the afternoon. We have a huge opening this morning, about 200-point drop over the weekend. Looks like we had already here an unfingered candle, and it looks like the market will shift back to the upside right here. If I'm going to be patient until those first 15 minutes are done, definitely. I want to see if we take out this high, we will form a fair value gap right here, and we will trade up into this opening gap. The reason why I didn't want to start off straight trading, we are inside an opening gap still, and we have a swing point right here. I actually wanted to see get taken. I did not yet got taken, so I'm gonna be a bit more patient, see if we do take this out, because we have huge fair value gaps, 15 minutes just below us too. So the market can definitely still drop further down. The movement of the market right now is downwards, guys. So again, go to the 4-hour, you will definitely see what I mean. I said last week that we were going sideways. We are still going sideways right now. Nothing else happened. We're still in a ranging part, or yeah, see, we've just been going sideways. Nothing's happening. So we want to be a bit patient until the market opening comes, and then we will see where we head to. So we've already taken out Asia low, and this is Asia high, so ain't much movement. Okay, if we take out this high, we have a nice break of structure to the upside back, and now we will see what happens. But for me, I believe that we will take out this swing point first, or this swing high, swing low. But if we don't, fine too. I want to see what happens right here, because we had a small void, the market came up, we didn't take out the high yet. So if this market starts moving upwards, it will take a long. If the market starts dropping and we have a huge movement of candles, we will take a short off of it. Let me take where ES is, first of all, then we take it out. Oh, look, ES already took out that swing point. That was here. Oh wait, that was 2nd of January. Oof. Oh, that's way off. Morning, Violet. Happy to see you. And everybody else, of course. Hope everybody has been doing great. Look, we got another 7 minutes, so take yourself something to drink. Everything's set up. So before we come into a session, if it's a new week, always set out these things, guys and girls. I really need to find a different word. I keep saying it. So week high, so we set our previous week high, previous week low. This one has already been taken. So I am gonna set it out just that you all learn to do it. The same in a daily, this in a daily guide. This is actually just choppiness. So there isn't not one movement that we had, not one for valley gap that we have. We are just choppiness full of. So if you didn't trade in these in these circumstances, perfectly fine. Be okay with it. This is not the market that you want to be trading in. This is a way easier market to trade in. It has a nice direction. And we do have days that we just go sideways. Be okay with it then, not to trade too. It's okay. The markets will give you what you want afterwards. And then also set out previous day high and low. So we also have previous day high, previous day low, just previous day high, John, previous day low. If you set out those 4 liquidity pools, then you know a bit where the market could be drawn to. And you can set out the swing high, that's a swing low, that's a swing high. So this would be a major liquidity pool that's still left open. That's why I was expecting actually the market to hit this level. We got rejected now 3 times of this level, so it doesn't look like the market has strength yet to push it up. Or the big guys just want to take out this liquidity to push the market up. Because there is a trend line liquidity right here that you can see we formed. We just taken out partial off of it, but we still have here a liquidity pool and right here. So if we take out those 2, the market could shift hugely back up, definitely. Because this is from 17 December. If people are longing that the stops could still be here. So we're about 10 minutes in open. We did take out HL low, so that's been taken out already. I want to see what does the market do here. The market is now moving downwards, so we are not looking for longs until we see a break of structure, and then we need a fair value gap to go up. Otherwise, we're just being patient for retracement to go lower at this point. We do not long until we take out this high. That would make a change. That would make a break of structure. Changing character would actually be this high. But that would make a break of structure, and we will find an entry then to join. Until that happens, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to be patient. Morning, Emily. I did remember to show 2 trades that I took last week. They were actually Thursday and Friday. There were huge opportunities. I was not behind the screen, so I was actually from my phone. That was not the smartest thing, but can happen. 2 huge trades that we could have taken. I hope some of you saw them, because this was actually a nice opportunity for all of us. So here we had a huge opportunity. When the trade came back down, we made a VOS downwards, a very clean one. No entries because we didn't have a retracement of that 15 minutes. Nothing actually. So if we took it out, even if you took it from the highs, this would have been great too. I actually took mine from here. We came back into a 62 level. We had a 15-minute for value gap. Everything was very clean. A swing point. So this would have been your stop. Nothing else came into it. We didn't even get close to it. Had a few points left. We had a huge for value gap here. Clean structure. And this would have been TP1. The lows. Very clean move. If somebody took this, congrats. That was a textbook break of structure, retest, continuation. I didn't journal it. I was not was outside my trading days. It was actually in the afternoon. I set it up in the morning, and it only hit in the afternoon. But I didn't remember to show it in Discord, so excuse me for that. That's why it's not in my journal. I'm only putting the trades in that I actually show to everybody, so that my journal keeps clean. For now, we'll be patient. The 4 hour definitely shows movement to the downside still. This gap will get filled up today or tomorrow. That we will have to see. But we just took an internal low, so this was an internal low. Also swing low. So swing low is actually a candle with a wick and two candles beside it that are higher. The swing high is one candle's wick right here is higher than the two candles beside it. This most of the times shows you that the market would shift in direction. So right here, a swing, this is swing low, candle, and two candles beside it that move the other direction. So I got 2 more minutes until those 15 minutes are over. I'm gonna give myself a drink. I'll be right back. If you have any questions, just leave a comment and I'll respond in a minute. Here's our favorite mascot. Yeah, you're a good one. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Okay, we have our first 15 minutes. So the market can definitely move further down. On a 30-minute base, we can see we made a break of structure. We had for value gap right here, and we are now moving lower. So this is definitely showing that the market could still fall further down. Even if you took from the high to the low, so that was in that 50 level, so that would have been a clear entry even to take it. I don't trade open, so I don't learn it to trade it too, but that would have been a clean entry. We're going to be patient until we see the market actually hit that direction. Again, until we take out this high, we are looking for shorts. There is a huge possibility that we will take it out today and come back to that opening gap. I would prefer to see that we first take out the swing low or this liquidity pool. The reason why is if this liquidity pool has been taken and we see a shift to the upside, there's a huge possibility that we all come back all the way up to here, to the highs. And that would have been a very decent trade. That would be 200 points or something that we can take a move from. Yeah, that would be 260 point move. So that can be a very, very nice trade. How has trading been, Emily and Veerle, on your side the last few days? So if you have a candle close above this one, we actually have changing character on a 5-minute based, but I prefer to see it on a 15-minute based. Whoa. Nice. Okay. So Emily, great job that you analyzed yourself and actually learned immediately something from yourself. Veerle, that's something you really cannot do. I know why, probably you did it, but if you stop there, it's for a reason. The reason why you stop is there is because it keeps you long enough in the game. It doesn't matter what your brain tells you, it doesn't matter how you think the market will shift direction. If the market doesn't shift direction and it continues in the opposite way that you were thinking of it would play out, let it take you out. Let that shift, let that structure show you that the market, that your analysis wasn't 100% correct and that the market just shifted. And take the next entry of the break of structure to the other side then. Never stay to a never fix yourself to one direction, because we are trading intraday, and intraday trading means that the market can shift directions. That's why I said last week already that we were ranging constantly. We were constantly going up, down, up, down. But this is not an easy market to trade, believe me. On a day based, on a daily base, this was a chopped market almost. There are no for value gaps here, nothing. So this is not an easy market to trade. This is way easier, and this too. So we've been trading, I've been training you guys when the market went down or it moved nicely up. Now we've been going range part. And ranging is not an easy moment to trade. So, but try to be always okay if a market decides to do something different. And another option that you can do to prevent yourself from moving your stop is set a max limit loss so that you can actually not move your stop, so that you actually get liquidated, so that the market should take you out immediately. You don't need to block yourself out of it or lock your account out of it. You just need to set that max limit loss so that if it goes above it, you get swept out. The trade will immediately stop. This will prevent you from doing this. But I'm very happy that you both of you were honest about how you traded, and this shows that you want to be a good trader, and also shows you that you can learn from stuff that you didn't do correctly. Because if you were not honest right now with yourself, that would have made a very big difference. Very happy that you're honest, and both of you will make it. Believe it will happen. So it looks like we are having structure shift to the upside right now. If we take out this, we probably have a 15-minute in here. I'll enter this one then, and we will trade upwards. This is what I wanted to see. I do want to see this get taken out first. Yeah, that can happen. It can happen. We are not here indeed to predict what the market does, and I've done it too, so I know what it is to feel like predicting the market, and we always want to predict the market, but we're just here to follow structure. Same from what was it? It was a very clean trade too. So say that you were Thursday morning, went up, there was no entry in this full move. The only thing that you could have taken was this little gap here, but where would you take it to? Well, this high was max that you could take it to, but where would you put your stop? All the way down here? That would not be easy. So the only trade that you could have taken of full this move was actually here. And the problem is we were sleeping and this was night, so we could not take this trade. It took until the morning on Friday, right here somewhere, that you could have maybe entered the trades till this high, but I would have not even taken this. I would have been patient for this to short out. So the morning session here, I just took the short from here off in this Valley gap to the lows on Friday. Thursday, I didn't take a trade. I didn't see anything. I wanted to enter it right here, but we never came back. We just kept moving. And if we don't come back, just be patient, and we always do. Same like we had an opening gap right here. I'll take my dailies if I can find it. We had an opening gap right here, so we can see the market had a small gap. We tapped it, but we didn't fill it. We just entered it. Today, we filled it up. We always come fill those gaps up. Those are voids. These are always going to get filled up sooner or later. So this would have been actually, sadly enough, there was no 15-minute Valley gap inside. Otherwise, this would have been actually an entry to short. The market showed structure downwards until we see a huge shift up above this high. the market is still moving low. If there was a 15-minute fair value gap right here, I would have taken a short right now. None though the market is showing strength to the upside here, we are moving in a huge movement down. There was a 5-minute fair value gap right here, but I didn't want to take this. I prefer a 15-minute if the structure is after open. Yeah, this is why I really a smart idea is to set a limit order and close the books immediately. Don't watch it. This way, it also will prevent you from re-entering a trade or taking a second one or unneeded trades. This will help you too. This is how I got off the feeling from it was not mentally easy. And you guys have been on it and constantly been doing it for the last 3, 4 months. It's normal that it gets that your brain is a little bit exhausted. You both of you have been in a normal activity too, so there is no activity in the world that has less win rate than trading. And mentally, that's not an easy way to see. Yeah, if you're in your trade and your TP and your stop is there, it's better to just close that book because your brain can tell you so many things, so many stories, especially if you have been here watching me um, for long enough. I see too many stuff in the market. That's why I prefer to just put that entry there and close my books. My brain cannot be, I cannot convince myself to do something different. That's why it does. That's what it does. Your brain loves to be right. And trading is not of being right, it's by following a process. And the easiest way is then to close it and the market will do its thing while you're not watching too. It always does. Nice to hear, Emily, that you love the psychology game. Yeah, it's really not an easy one for the brain. But you learn a lot about yourself too. So anybody that's in a short right now on a 5-minute base, this is correct, guys. So anybody that took this, I wanted to trade to the low again. That's perfectly fine. That was a correct entry. So this would have been then a short that you are in. That would have been actually this would be TP1. Should better to don't see I'm not in trade. But just showing exactly what I see right now. If this was a 15-minute, I would have taken it. It's just because of open, and I know London likes to have the low or the high of the day. But I would be not thinking, just entering out of a value gap. break of structure, retest, continuation. Because the market now is going that way, or down, anyways. And if you are not correct, and let's say that we took this now, I'm gonna just explain it for mental reasons, so this will get into your idea. If you're not correct, that's perfectly fine, because if we are not correct and we take out this high, we just made a change in character to the upside. That means that the market is shifted direction. So that means that the market is going up. Because until then, until here, the market showed strength to the downside. We took out the liquidity pool, actually two liquidity pools we took out, so there is a possibility that the market shift direction. But until we take out a previous structure high, we are still moving down. So I want to see this get taken. If we take this out, then this analysis that the market was still going down would have been not correct. The good thing is we will have a 15-minute shift in structure, or change in character actually then, and we will have a fair value gap. That means that we can still take a trade upwards then. And that's the easy part in break of structure. That means if the market didn't continue in the direction that we were trading, that actually the next trade that we take is just the start of the retracement. Then you just need to know where the market is retracing to. So if this was the opening gap and this was the break, so this is actually the break of structure at this level, you can take your flip tool from this high all the way to this low point. That means we go back at least to that 50 level and 62 probably too. So if this market doesn't continue lower and take out this low again, that means the market just made a change in character to the upside right here. We are not watching back in time. We're watching right now. We're trading intraday. So the further you look back, the less easy it is if you're an intraday trader. So this is the movement right now that we made. We made a POS to the downside. I'll even put it on the screen. So I'll do it in a minute over ES too, that you can actually see it. If we take this high out, we actually have a change in character to the upside. So if we take this out, that means the market shifted direction. If we do not take that out, that means that the market is still following the structure what it is in right now to the downside. If we do take that high out, we will have 15-minute for value gap somewhere. We have a small retracement into it, and where do we take it to? To at least that fair value price or 60 level. And we can take it all the way out to that 72, say 782. So I've been trading. Last week I had 2 or 3 analyses that were not correct too, because I believe that the market also would have shifted, and I did not have the patience first of all to see it happen. So if you are not patient enough to see it happen, you will continue doing that. So just be okay with the trade you take. Let it stop, do its thing, because that's why it's there. And this is how you can constantly continue to trade. Because if this is not correct and this takes it, and this takes out this change in character with a full candle body close above it, we will have a 15-minute for value gap right here. We will have that entry, and we can trade it up. Yeah. Say that we can enter somewhere here, stop at the low, and we take this up to here. That's a 2.8, but that's a 194-point move up. You only need like 2 contracts on this one, and you will have a 2-3R. And this is 68 point stop, so that's definitely a decent stop. So your analysis doesn't have to be right. That means if you're not correct, you have a change in character, and this takes out and it comes back to the lows. That means that the market is chopping, and then after 2 trades, you're done. You only need one back to get it all back what you actually gave in 2 trades. Hope that helps. Okay, let me take a look. Thank you. Yeah, so this is what I meant. So indeed, here we took it out. So this is actually already that shift in our structure. Same here. We took out sell side liquidity. We made a break of structure right here of this low. This was the move down. This was not a structure break. It was just a liquidity wrap. This was the break of structure. And actually it was from this low. Here we made the break. Here we are shifting. If we have a candle close above this high, we're having a change in character to the upside. Then we want to find a 15-minute FEG, and we have one right here. Then we have one, if this one closes in 7 minutes, right there. Then we want to see the first candle that moves lower, but that's, or that one, if it gets tapped, I would enter it and just continue to long off of it. Where to? We came from here, so this was the break of structure. Even though there is no candle, you can see this as a huge candle downwards. So this would be one huge candle downwards. If you see this is a one candle, they will come fill it up because it's an imbalance or a fair value gap, because it is two candles that do not touch each other with a wick. So that's, you can see this also as an FEG. You take your last swing high. So this is the last swing high you have. Flip to the lows. We have a shift right here. So where we hit to, at least at 50 level. So even if we tap only this first fair value gap, you can take a long from this. That's the next liquidity pool that we draw to. So that's around the 3 order you can make if we can tap that first fair value gap. And then let the market do its thing. If it shifts very fast back down, that means that the market was not done yet. But I believe here that the market will show a strength back to the upside. That's the same for the NQ, what I want to see. So I want to see it get taken out right here, and then it will continue. The only thing on NQ is we do not have any fair value gaps yet, so we will see how we enter somewhere. But I do want to see it take it out too before I do anything. On MES, it looks great right now. On ES, actually, sorry. And then you can take it. This can go all the way back to those highs even. So this can be a 4R from here. You will get everything back that you actually gave to the market last week. And you're back on break even or more, back on neutral feelings, so that you can actually trade relaxer. Oh, look, we even tapped this already. So on the 5-minute base, we just took out liquidity, we came back, we had a fair value gap, we tapped it, and now it looks like we are continuing shifting upwards. So if we can tap the fair value gap in the next, okay, we still need another 5 minutes. I do want to see this close now above this high. I want to see a candle close. That would be great. Then you have clear entry. And then you continue to the highs. And let it ride as far as you can. Take your first TP. The market could shift a little bit. Once we hit this high, I would put your stop to your entry. But if you're okay with the amount that you put in, just let it ride all the way up to here. The only thing is, if you put your stop and do your entry, once we hit the high, we could see a small reversal. And if we have a fair value gap down below still open, you could still get taken out. Just let you know. But that would be my first idea of the TP1. Mm. NQ is a bit late. He has more patience. As long as we don't take it out on NQ, I don't have an entry. So I have to be patient. Because now, for me, we are still in that break of structure right here to the downside because we didn't take out the high. As long as we don't take out the high, for me, we're still moving lower. Because I trade NQ, I cannot always compare it to ES because if I do compare it to ES and the market shifts down again, I've made my analysis on the chart that I'm not trading. I do compare them sometimes to see if the market continues in the same direction, but prefer not to use it as my entry. Look at this. We came all the way back to the high of that point. Very clean trade. And sometimes ES has a very clear structure, and sometimes NQ has a clear structure. It's not so accurate always. Do you prefer me to be here back at 8 o'clock in the morning instead of 9? If you do, let me know. I'll come back on 8. For me, it's the same. It doesn't really matter. I'm here online for you, for all of you. So if you all of you have more time at 8 until 10, I'll be here from 8 till 10 instead of 9 to 11. So this was a clean break of structure, retest, continuation. This is why I want to be patient until we take out that high before I do anything. Right now, we're still moving lower. On ES, that would have been a not profitable trade right now. And still, we didn't make a change in character, so I still will not enter it right now. We did not have a clean candle above it. Even though you can tap it right here, we did not have a break of that candle. So I would not enter it until I see a candle clean above this high. And here we did not have that. We did have shifts, structure movements. It looks like it wants to go up higher. But it's not clear enough for me. So because we did not close above this high, I will not enter it. That would be a rule for me. Oh, and it's bank closed today, everybody. So remember, banks are on holiday, so it can be a bit choppy too. Not sure if it's everywhere, but I believe it was. Yeah, so USD banks holiday. So in America, it's bank holiday. Not sure if the market is open all day. Just let you know. Yeah, for me, I believe too that the market will move a little bit lower actually until here. We still have two open for value gaps right here that never got tapped. That would mean that we take out this swing low, this one, and that we actually go back to December 18th of people that still are longing. That would be actually accurate. Would be very special to see that the market first goes up into that and then drop further. Would be much normal to see that the market moves immediately and then straight through this opening gap back to the highs. I still believe that the market will move up in the higher time frames. For now, even on the monthly, it's just been chopping. This is the last 2 months. This is not an easy market to trade, guys. So we have 1 month inside the other one, second one inside. Now the third month is still inside the previous one. We just took out the highs, that's it. And the market is just sitting here. So this is the full month. It didn't do anything. This is a doji, and this is a hanging hammer. So not much movement in the candles. Weekly, same. It's just choppy in the weekly. So it's not been ideal to trade the last 2 months. For now, I'm still being patient. If it helps, Emily and Veerle, if you want me to do in the morning session before I actually, no, let me say that. If the days that I don't come online, do you prefer me to take an analysis over the market so that you actually can see what I see in the market before you guys do anything? Or does that influence your the thinking process? If you prefer me to do like a 2 minute movie over what I see directly in the market, I can do that. That takes me like 5 minutes or something like that. If you prefer to do it by yourself, I'm just as happy, even more actually. But it's up to you. Perfect. Yeah, I'll share it. So I'll make a small movie in the morning session, what I see, what my stuff is. I'll do it over ES2 and compare them to each other so that you actually see what I can see. Oh, we got two the same ones here. My daughter is doing the same like my dog. And my dog. That's why I was laughing. Oh, great. Yeah, it will be put in Discord instead. This will not come on my YouTube channel. It will just be a link for you guys. That's in Discord. That's all. So we have a 5 minute right here. We had a shift. It does look like this will drop further down. But I don't have anything where I can trade off, so it's no trading right now. I'm just being patient for a change in character to happen or to have a structure shift down right here. So if we take out this low, I got a break of structure to the downside. I'm going to be patient for an entry somewhere right here to drop further down, or I want to see that change in character get taken out and then take a long. That's the only two options that I have. And until that happens, I'm not doing anything or just being patient. And if you don't want to sit behind the charts and you have trading view, just go to the sideways right here, go on a change in character and put an alarm onto it. So you can have an alarm set right here. So this will make a noise then if your computer is open or your cell phone has trading view onto it. This will give you a notification that we hit that level and then you can come watch. In the meantime, you can do something else then. This will prevent you from doing anything until that happens and you set one below two, the same levels. And this way you get an alarm if anything crosses. And then you know, okay, I need to go watch my charts for a minute or 15 and to take an entry. This is how I actually always trade, or used to trade. But because I come on the line so many times for you, I prefer not to trade too many times afterwards. Yeah, anytime. Love to help. We do not have the fastest market right now, so just being patient. Pills on, okay. In the meantime, I'm gonna take a look. USDT. Where are we at? Crypto based. It's just actually the same for crypto. So we've been going range, spark, and we actually do the same. So, and the dominance of cryptocurrency right now. So if you are invested into it, you can see we're just doing the same race. So we're going ranged, and this is to get people um, annoyed or actually getting them bored into the game so that they actually don't that they stop looking at it. We have a huge for value gap just above. We didn't take out that swing high yet, so I would have preferred to see this get taken out. Then most of the liquidity would be grabbed, and that means that the market would shift back down right now. But right now, it's a bit unclear. On a monthly base, it looks like it still wants to go up to this gap. So we'll probably hit 7%, and then from here off, actually on this little gap, that would be amazing to see if we get that to that gap. And then I'm gonna short the market down, or long the market actually. If this goes up, we should short the market. So if the market on dominance goes up, we short cryptocurrencies. If it goes down, we long cryptocurrencies. I believe Bitcoin will be on a different level. Ooh, we hit that monthly. So we hit also a monthly for value gap right now. We want to see in the next 12 days, what does this do right now? If we take out the 88,000 level one more time, or 83,000 level, we're coming back to 73. And that will be, yeah, that will definitely be the low. So if this is BOS and a monthly, I don't see it happen actually that we get a 40,000 Bitcoin. If we do have that, that would be one bargain to buy. But I don't believe we will ever have that one again. For now, market didn't move anything yet. It can be a choppy day too, guys. So we have, again, bank holiday. So the market can definitely just sit around and do nothing. Now we're in stream. I'm still being patient. That's trading. And if you don't like being patient, take yourself a book or something that you love to do and that you get distracted from the chart until you see one of those levels get hit. This way it will prevent you from touching buttons that you don't need to touch. This way you will be the trader that you want to be. I'm proud on you two girls because you're the only two that stick to it. We start with 10 at the stream always, and you're the only two that always stick to it. So you'll make it no matter what, just by the consistency you keep into it. As long as you keep saying your sentences in the morning and convincing your brain that you are a profitable trader, you will definitely make it. The energy you put already into it, so that's great. And if you don't feel confident, remember you already made 3K profit. It was a prop firm, okay, that's correctly, but if that was real money that you were trading, you actually made $3,000. So now that you trade a funded, it's just the same as the previous one. So you already done it, so you know you can do it again. But if you prefer to trade with a little bit less capital, that's also fine. Just take it slow, build up the consistency again, and you'll make it. So we got news at 11, but not strong news. This is exactly what I said. I wanted to see a changing character above before the market shifted to the upside. As long as we don't take out our high with a full candle body with a bit of displacement too. So we need displacement and we need a candle close. And at this point, the market still looks like it wants to continue back to those lows. Again, like I said, if there was a 15-minute for value gap right here, that would have been a clean entry to take a short from, but it wasn't, so no entry. The only thing that I can see right now, if we could tap that 5 minute right here, we could short it back down to the lows. We can see that there is a continuation right now to the downside. But I prefer to have that break right here. Then we will have a retest somewhere in this level and then continue. And if we do continue, next target is this low, 25,000 to 65. That's about a 200 100 point drop from here. Chill, chill, chill. See again, this candle, even though it came above it, it didn't take out the high. There was no shift. So this candle did not take out that structure. What did it do? It did retrace fully back to it, to the highs. So this would be that TP if you took the retracement off of it. And then now it looks like it wants to continue with some force right here to the downside. So this is why we have patience for patience. So if the market now drops and it takes out this shift, we will have a 15-minute for value gap that we can trade off down to the lows. I hope we get it in the next 45 minutes. So we do need at least another candle, 15 minutes before we can do anything. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Well, still at the same place. That definitely looks like it wants to fall further down right here. We did came into a void right now, so this is the last place that the market could shift a bit up, but it looks like it will continue. So this is why, like I said, we have patience and see what the market shows us. As long as we don't take out our high, we are moving lower. There is no shift, isn't there? There was no shift. There was a rejection, a wick grab, and then a continuation. So we got in a minute and 17, 16 seconds. So if we take out this one, the low, we will have a new breakout structure. Let's hope it falls a bit further down. And then we have in the next 15 minutes somewhere an entry on this for Valley Gap. On a 5 minute base, you could have taken an entry right here. That was the only one that could have taken an entry this high, stops at the high. On yes, that would have failed. So if you took that on yes, you would have gotten taken out right here. But as long as we are between this changing character and this breakout structure at the downside, I'm not touching it, so I'm gonna be patient until I see one of them get broken, and then continue. But we do see that the strength right here is in the downside. If you watch this candle, that's a huge displacement in comparison in the candles that were up. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles upwards, and one that actually taken out the four. So that means that there's more force still to the downside than the upside, or more strength to the downside. Now, if we can create in the next 15 minutes somewhere for Valley Gap right here that we can tap, that would be great. But we do need to take out first this low. We need a clean displacement, so I want to see a candle at least like with this low. And I want to see a shift into it and then continue. I want to see from here the market move back up and then continue to that low. That would be the entry. Otherwise, we be patient until that comes. And if it doesn't come before 11, it will probably come in the afternoon. Maar vrome mensen soms aan helemaal echt. Hm?
Hey, take a look. 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 Hey, take a look.
So still be
Hey,
patient.
take a
Looks
look.
like we will have that break of
Hey,
structure soon.
take a look. Hey,
If we take
take
out
a
this
look.
one, we will have the break
Hey, take a
so
look.
that we get some
Hey,
this level.
take a look. Hey, take a look.
Looks like I moved my alarm somewhere. Again, if we had a 15-minute in this area, that would have been a great entry. Like now we have the break of structure. That looks great. Want to see clear candle close. If it ends somewhere at this level, that would be awesome to see. Then a small retracement back up. And that would be like around that 62 level. That would be great. And then we enter from this level and we short the market all the way down. But now we don't have a break of structure yet. This is a liquidity taking. We need a full candle close to have that break of structure. So again, the reason why I didn't want to long right now is because we had already a break of structure. And then we are continuing until we take out a high. And actually it would be a last swing high, so it should actually be this candle's work. Because the market started shifting downwards from this level, so it should actually be this one. So again, we are not doing anything until we see a clear candle break, because this can just be a grip, and then London is all the way down here, and then we move up. So we want to be patient again until we have a close. I want to see a candle close like this, something with a wick under it, and then this would be the same purple or something like this. If we have that, that would be great. We have a nice displacement under a low, that means continuation in the same direction. So we got a half hour left, so we will see what happens in the next half hour. If I find an entry afterwards, I'll share it. But this is what I can see right now. So if we have that close of that candle, this 15-minute gap, that will be my entry. My stop will be placed at the previous swing high, so this will be my stop. So my stop will be placed at this high. And this is a trade, how it would look like then. I want to trade short from this high, at least to this level, so that would be a 1.9. If we are luckier, we can take it a bit lower. We still have a gap right here, and I would love to see us trade to, so that would be full TP. But if you did not trade in this 3 hours, be happy, because look at this. This didn't do anything, it's just a bit of choppiness. So know what market condition you're in, be patient until the market shows you what you want to see. And if it doesn't show you what you want to see, do nothing. Again, I need that candle closed before I do anything. So we've still got 7 minutes. Definitely possible that we still close this. But when that happens, just be patient. I know I keep repeating myself, but I know that it is necessary. This way, I will keep you guys calm, and you guys know exactly. So here we have that candle close. What I want to see. So if this one now closes in the next 5 minutes, then we will have. Now this is exactly what we want to see. So my entry will be right here. Stops will be at this high. If this 4 minute closes, that will be my entry, and I will take it as low as we can. So stops at the high. I will trade it at least to that level. We still got 4 more minutes, so be patient. I do want to see that body close in the next 4 minutes below this. Then we have a break of structure. We will come back up, and then we will have continuation down. Yes, just did the same. So it just made a huge, nicely break of structure. So same for yes, it made a break of structure. This is now the entry part that you can take. Be patient for that retest off of it and then continue it. So this would be my trade for yes. Last swing high, so this is the last swing high. You can also, you can take the body of this wick too, that's okay. Where to do we take it? At least, I would say this low. You could take this all the way down to that low. You do need a body close, so no body close right now, so we do want to have that close all the way in here before we do anything. Same for yes. We need that 2 minutes at least to be back to where our wick was. Same here, if this does not move the market back to that low, this is no break, that was just a liquidity take, and then we don't have that entry. Now we will have to be patient for another 15 minutes to show that the market is definitely keep going the same direction. But until that happens, just do nothing. Be okay with it. You are doing something by doing nothing. You're here, you present, you keep a structured plan, and you keep repeating a process until it pays you. That's all we do as a trader. We do not protect, we do, we do not want to do anything until we are clear, having a movement, clear structure. We do not want to be the one that says the market does this before it happens. We want to be the one that sees the structure, be patient for the retest of it, and then continue the movement. To go a minute and 15 seconds, I hope that this one comes back down here, then that would be a BOS, otherwise I will take this off the screen. Because a wick is no break. We need a full body candle close. That's your displacement. If it gets back to down to all the way here, that would be that displacement I want to see. If it comes back above this candle's body, I am not putting a limit order here. Just keep explaining it so that everybody that did not learn this yet, that you can see it completely over and over again until you learn it. I did prefer to see a bit more than just this. Let me take a look at a lower time frame. I'm not fully convinced actually. Yeah, if you come back up, I'm gonna try this anyway. So if you come back up to that level, so let me take a quick zoom, that'd be great. Yeah, 62, definitely. So, okay, so I'm gonna put a limit order in. It's 25,000. $361. I'm putting in a short right now, so I want to short the market down. We will see. If we get to the limit order, I want to see a clear, fast reaction back down. We have. Yeah, stops all the way at the highs. So my main idea that the market is drawn to is actually this level. So this would be full TP. That would be 25,1084. I'm gonna take this as my TP1. We'll be at 25,293. So everything's on the screen. This is a trade that I will take. If we get there, if we hit my full TP before my entry, the limit order will be off. So everything's on the screen right now. So if we hit full TP, that could be at least a 3R. So definitely a decent trade. If we hit TP1, that's a 1.4. So also definitely doable. Let's see if we get that entry now. So anything else I will not take. I will just be patient for the market to retest that level and then continue. That's the same what it always does. So it takes a break of structure, then the market moves this to a certain direction, it comes back, it comes to an entry, and then continues. So this will be the trade for the day. I'll go get myself another drink. In the meantime, I'll be right back. So I'll put my limit orders in first. I'll put it on the screen, didn't put it in yet. So give me a second. Okay, that's done. Trading live right now. Hope you enjoy it. Trading live right now. So what our limit order is, and then continue lower. In the meantime, doing the socials. Mail's done. Nee, nog. Zet er niet. So prediction of the market is correct today. So just be patient. If we come back to that entry, that would be awesome to see, and then we will have continuation. If we get to my full TP before that entry comes, I'm not taking that entry. Again, anybody else that's in here, if we get to full TP before we get to that entry, it will be no entry. Because we then will definitely have like an opportunity to long back to that entry. Okay, this looks good. So if the next 15 minutes comes back up and we get that zap, that would be a great entry. I'll have another 15 minutes max that I stay online. So anybody has a question, it's now that you can ask it. We did hit that TP1 already, so I do believe we will hit at least the full level of this. And if we now draw from down low, if it comes back up, we get all the way to that 7-8 level. That's definitely a decent trade. And then I have to move my TP1. My TP1 is then right here. I'll explain in a minute why. 258, 25, 3. So if this market now shifts a little bit back up, back to that entry, that 15-minute value gap, that means that we had a breakout structure, a retest, and the first candle's body that moved in the opposite direction is actually your TP. So if this structure didn't help the downside, if it retraces, this would be your TP. So that would be the same. If we move up, actually this body's candle would be that TP, but that should actually be the same. We just had a little bit of a jump. So now be patient. We'll probably hit that level. That will be the stop. Everything's on the screen. TP1 is also on the screen, so make sure that you just copy it. If you want to do the same trade like I do, and full TP is at 25,184. If you get to TP1, that's already a 1.6 R. Take something off, at least at TP1. Make sure that your stop stays at the same place and that what you took off is actually the same as your stop. That way, you actually have a free trade. So stay on for another 10 minutes max, and then I'll do my thing. My dog definitely needs to walk, and I too. I need to get off those screens for a minute. This is how you should take all your trades, calm, relaxed, and with plenty of time. Set out at the screens at the beginning how you want to take your trade. I said I want a break of structure. Once that break of structure comes, I want to see a retest off of it and 15-minute fair value gap right here. We have that one. I'll even put it on the screen. And then this needs to be, that 15 minutes needs to be above that 50 level. And that 50 level, if you take your flip tool, you draw your last movement down. So where the breakup structure started, the new one. You can take the top and then you draw it all the way to the Wicks low that we are right now. We want to see it come above that 50 level, 0.5. That's fair value of price. Anything above that level, we can short from. But we need a 15-minute fair value gap from that level. So we have a 15-minute right here, just under it, but that's under my 50 level. So we don't take that entry. We have one laying above that 50 level right here. That's a good clean entry that we can take. The reason why my stop is here and not on this bodies or this one is because if we zoom in, we still have fair value gaps right here. So we didn't get that yet. That's the main reason. But if you trade this up all the way to that level, that's also possible. You can actually long it all the way to here too. I'm just going to be patient because I just do one direction. So it needs to come up and then I want to see it drop all the way back down. I'm just following structure. If I'm incorrect and we take out that changing character right here, that means we will have a 15-minute and we just long off of it. That's the opposite side. So that's the only two trades that you can take right now, or that I would take anyways. So we got about max 10 minutes. If it doesn't hit my TP, yeah, that's also fine. I'll just be patient. I do prefer that hourly to stay also somewhere down here and that the next 15-minute goes up, because if this hourly now all the way goes back up into that level, that just looks like a chop market now for a liquidity grab. So I do not really prefer that either. So if the next 15 minutes moves all the way back up here, that's something I would actually rather not see. Nonetheless, I am going to take it. If it's not correct, that's fine by me. We just change direction then to the opposite side. Let's go to Forex. Do we have any news at 11? Yeah, we do have some news, but it's a yellow folder, so it should not do anything really. We only have at 2:30 some CPI movements news. So I appreciate all that you guys were here today. I'll just let the market do its thing. I'm gonna enter this anyways, so I'm not gonna be behind the screen. How to manage this trade? I'll just let it do its thing. My TP is set. My stop is set. My TP is actually set at TP1. All of my contracts actually. If I don't get to my full TP, I'm fine too. So if you preset everything, you can actually only set one TP. You cannot set two TPs. So that will be the one TP that I have. Anytime. I enjoy it. I enjoy helping. So for everybody that were here, thank you for being here again. Tomorrow, same time, be back online. I'll make sure that anybody that's in the Discord of mine, that I do an analysis every day. Remind me that one more time here tomorrow that I do this so that I can remember myself too. I wrote it down in my notes, but I do need to remember this. It's something new and I need to make sure that I keep doing this. It's the same for everybody. If you have a new habit that you are learning, make sure that you write it down, that you can see it for yourself, that you don't need to remember it every day. That way you will do it much easier. I appreciate everybody for being here. If you're not yet subscribed and want to see me trade more live, just subscribe. You're always welcome. And I enjoy the rest of your trading day. Have a great day.